Okay, so the book that we read is Pretties by Westerfeld, and yeah, so it starts off, and they're getting ready for a party, and she doesn't realize that they've changed the dress code from like pretty to a bubbly costume, and they use the word bubbly quite a lot. Yeah. And her friend Shayla comes over to help her find the costume and talk, and she gives her brother breakfast. And I find they drink a lot, and they drank at one point. I remember they drank like a Bloody Mary, which kind of is a weird name. Yeah, it sounds like the doll. Yeah, I was thinking it might be like why, like she drank it at one point because she thought like she was becoming dizzy, but it was kind of like a medicine. Yeah.
And then also there's a part where she can't
Yeah, they drink a lot of champagne. Oh, and it's kind of cool because in her bedroom they have this. They can talk to this wall, and it'll spit out clothing that they ask for it. Like it won't spit out guns or anything dangerous, but it'll spit out clothing. Spit out food? No, it spits out like clothing. Yeah. So it's like her wardrobe.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it recycles any clothes that you don't want to use. Yeah. So then she picks out her clothing and she goes to this party with all her friends with the crims.
Because she wants
what are the
crim stands for criminals. So they
so it's like kind of like a family kind of.
It's kind of like a groupie type thing.
Yeah. So they go to the party, and it's the Crims party at this big mansion, and she finds that there's this little figure that's following behind her when she's going throughout the party, and it just sleeps behind her, and whenever she looks back it just hides quickly, so she gets kind of worried and stressed out and stuff. And at one point she goes to a door and she goes on the exit, and then
Okay, and then the figure that has been following her is like this guy says it's a special circumstances, and then like they look like
he's ugly, but he's dressed in certain special circumstances.
He's like costume.
Yeah.
And then it's like a mask with like
kind of like a wolf face, right?
And then she describes it as cruel and like pretty, and then like she also has great silk, and then like he like it seems like he knows her, and then she like just wants him to go away, but then like all these wheels
just get in and out of him.
And then circumstance people come, and then so she just like rips off the mask of the fake one, and then it's like a guy that she knows named
Croy, yeah. It was a friend from back in her ugly days. Yeah, when she was an ugly, and then she had a surgery to turn into a kid.
Yeah, because like in this book, like when they turn 16, people like have a surgery to be pretty,
and they can go to the new Prettyville. But some of them choose to stay ugly. You have to go up. Like I kind of imagine it as like a huge floating tower, and it's like 3 different levels. So there's the uglies, the pretties, and the specials, and it's kind of like they have to move up to the pretties. So if you don't move up and get the surgery before you're 16, then you stay on your 16th birthday. If you don't move up to the pretties, then you will be an ugly forever, and if you don't get the operation, then you stay like that. And they get a whole bunch of these different like operations and stuff and plastic surgery to make themselves look all pretty and everything.
And
It's a lot more high tech.
Isn't it like the first level, which is uglies, is from like when they're born? Like literally is when they're born to like age 2, right?
Yeah.
And then it's uglies from like whatever that age until 16. And then pretties is it until they die, and then they become special.
I think it's like when they're probably when they're like when they turn 35.
Yeah.
Or something that they go up.
Something weird.
It's probably near the end of the book that it talks about that.
And
like also the mansion so like
There's some pretties that are naturally born
pretty.
and there's some specials that are actually born special. It's kind of just going through like that. So then she kind of goes with the guy who's dressed up as a special circumstance, and he's the ugly, yeah. So she bungee jumps down the mansion to the ugly area.
Doesn't she jump on her sister, her brother Paris, who lands?
I think it's a special circumstance.
Well, because Paris, I remember being.
Yeah. So and then she gets hit in the forehead with his knee somehow.
Yeah.
I can't remember how though. But then it gets like really sore. It's like bleeding a lot and stuff.
like they put spray on skin on it.
Well, no, they go into the forest
And follow Croy.
and they follow Croy, and then there's like a spotlight somehow, but they were in a car. So there was I think it was special, but they were driving through a car back up to the special area for the night, and they see them, like they're kind of like the security kind of people, and they saw Callie, so then they get her and they put her in the car and they fix her up and everything, and they put on a special spray skin to make her look better, but it's like it's all still all swollen and everything, and they give her some medication.
And Croy tells her that he wants to give her something, but since the specials are there and the med people are there, he can't. So he wants them to go to the Valentino 317.
Yeah.
I think it's like a special building.
Yeah, but they go, Croy wants to meet her to go for coffee and stuff, because he's the head of the crib, so he's kind of like in charge. No, he is.
No, Zane.
Oh yeah, Zane.
Zane's the head of the
So Zane brings Shay to the coffee shop, and they have breakfast, and he doesn't really.
He brings Callie.
Oh yeah. So he brings Tally, and then Tally has the huge breakfast, and then Zane only has a little coffee and like they have like these calorie pack things.
Yeah.
Burn a whole bunch of calories for you. Yeah. So
Like pills in a way.
and then at one point they kiss, and then she says, which name is it again?
No, David.
David. So she says David when they're kissing, and then he's like, "Oh, what did you say?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry." And then he's like, "No, that's fine." And then he's like, "Well, I want to know more. I remember that name now." And he gets like really excited, and then he makes her eat another calorie burner pack thing. And it's like powder. It's really good.
And it makes you go like really hyper and remember things.
Yeah. So they do that, and then she gets reminded of what happens, and she talks about the smoke. What do you think the smoke is? Is it like below us?
I think,
Or is it like just further out?
I think it's where people go whenever, if they're like on their 60th birthday, if they don't become a pretty, and they're still ugly, they go to the smoke.
Oh, and then they work.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is really want to stay in this.
Yeah, exactly.
But then she remembers of this other guy who she kind of like loved.
Yeah.
So they had a little love life together. What was his name again?
David. And he showed her the way to rescue Shay from the smoke.
So they went to the smoke and they saved Shay, and they bring her back, and then they turned into Pretties. Yeah, but I feel like, what do you think now is going to happen?
Maybe like if they go to
I feel like they're going to go back to school.
And they have to go back to the Valentino 317 and find out what's in the package.
Yeah, and then they're going to go to, I feel like they're going to go back to smoking something. Or she might want to go back to being an ugly.
And then also the clearance was made so you like the pretties would remember like the days I've been ugly, and I think like they forget.
Yeah, I think with the operation they take out a certain part of their memory so that they can't remember that well and happens and they get them special
Because it makes like the job of the crims are because they're criminals, which means that they were criminals back when they were little. So they want them to try and tell stories to remember what happened when they were little.
Yeah,
because they aren't meant to, but they want to know. So those kind of people are like, they aren't meant to be doing it, but they just really want to. So they're kind of breaking the law by doing that. So do you want to go on to the first bit?
Well, do you want to do your first?
I was wondering where they bungee jumping to.
Well, they're bungee jumping onto the ground because it takes a long time to get out to the castle.
Yeah, but you can't land on the ground with bungee jumping. You meant to just go back up.
No, because it's especially the jacket that had the sparklers on it, and when he jumped off, it makes him bounce up again and then come down on the feet. Like they'll bounce up.
Oh, but they land soft.
So they will land off.
Okay. So yeah, and then so you know how like at one point she says, and like the sparkler is kind of blurred in her eyes at one point.
Probably because she was drunk.
Well, it said like it stayed in her eyes, so I was wondering if it was because of like when she had the operation, she got like these special like bronze kind of eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. Where is that?
It's like down here. Fire and left green spots scattered across the ocean.
Or maybe, yeah, probably because it's bright, or it's because she's thinking too much. She's dazed.
So there. Do you have any?
Well, Sarah, you share my book because she has her book on hold. Exactly.
Yeah, so she's holding. Oh, we forgot to make our prediction. She's waiting for it to come.
She's borrowing mine because I can read the chapter really quick because I like reading. Yeah.
Can you please be quiet? Trying to work.
Thank you. Okay, keep on going in.
Oh, me? Okay. What's the difference between a smoky and an ugly? Like you're an ugly at one point. So like,
I think smoking them to get. I think they get like a lower level. It could be like if they're not, if they didn't take. It'd be either when they get past pretties, like the age of like 35 or something, right before they die or something like weird like that, or is it because if they don't become pretty?
well, I feel like some of them, like the parents, like how do they become an ugly, but their parents are smoky? But they live in the smoky area. So I feel like maybe they want to become smoky, so they go. Or they're like a special alignment. I feel like Shay is meant to be smoky.
Yeah.
But she, like she has like a special power kind of thing that makes her.
Like on the front of the book it says, what happens when pretty is perfection isn't good enough.
Maybe not dead, but just like not
And then
not coming back.
Sarah, do you want to go on to yours?
Okay, like on page 6, I don't know what shaman is, like S-H-A-M-I.
Where do you know where it is?
I think it's like
Shamming, here.
cool or something.
I think it's like I'm so handsome or like so pretty, kind of like it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
Okay, and then on page 18, I don't know who Lillian Russell is, even though she's probably famous. I should know
Yeah,
who she is.
she's probably just like
One of
she might be one of their famous actor
yeah.
kind of people.
But there's also like some like Cleopatra.
Oh yeah, so they were probably dressed up as
Yeah.
Lillian.